Hi guys, welcome to today's video. Today is a requested video. Yes, you can request videos from me, and if it's stuff that I have available to me to hand, I will do a video. If it's stuff that is obtainably priced, I'll buy it and I'll do a video for you. If it's a 1DX Mark III, I will not be doing it. I can't afford a camera. I know how much a load of you want me to do a review on that camera. Unless Canon's going to watch this video and send me one, which would be great if they did, because it would save me a lot of money. I won't be doing one of those for a very long time at the moment, until I've got some extra funds behind me. But today's requested video was for me to do some photos and some testing with the 1D Mark IV, the 300mm f2.8, and then also with the 1.4 and the ×2 converter. So what I've done some photos of some birds in the garden and changed it through the adapters, just so you can kind of see what the image quality is like, what the photo size is like as well, because you obviously do have a crop built into the 1.4, and we'll talk through those images right now. Okay, so the first two images we're going to look at here are both done with no converters on, so just the camera's basic 1.3 times crop built into it. And you can see really nice colours, nice details here. All these photos are going to be taken of birds, our bird feeder. It's the simplest way of me doing it. But yeah, nice colours, nicely in focus, and yeah, just generically very nice photo. Second photo here. Again, no adapters on here, just the 300mm with the camera itself. Again, colours really nice, photos really nicely in focus, really sharp, which you'd expect to come from this lens, and just that little bit extra reach is quite nice that you get from the body itself. So again, a very nice photo. So this is the first photo we've got with the 1.4 converter on. So we've got the 1.3 that is actually built into the camera itself, plus the 1.4 now, and again still a very nice sharp photo. All these photos as well are taken at the same shutter speed, and the ISO is slightly different, fluctuating between to achieve that shutter speed, but they are all taken at the same shutter speed of 1/1000th of a second. But yeah, you can see great colours, nice sharp photo, and really usable. This photo here is probably my favourite out of all of them. It's nicely framed here, the colours again great, nice and sharp, just a really generically nice photo. I think with what I'm shooting anyway on here, the 1.4 is actually a pretty good adapter to use. Gives you that 420mm of reach, so not overly reaching. You're not sacrificing too much light either, because you're only at 1.4, and you can just get a really nice sharp framed photo like this. Now we're on to the 2x here. A lot harder to keep the birds in frame, but again, got one here, similar sort of position, hold on to the bird feeder, mouth slightly open, but again, sharp, usable photo. You're not losing a crazy amount of quality by going to use these converters, and these are only the Mark IIs that I'm using. If you have the Mark III converters, you're going to lose even less quality. So the only time you can tell that this is slightly less quality is if you zoom into the photo. So none of these photos are being cropped, they are exactly framed how they are at the camera. And if you zoom into this photo, you do start to get that little bit a bit less detail in them, as you can see if you zoom into the non-adapter and the 1.4 adapter. So you do have that start to creep in at 2x 600mm on this camera setup. And this is the final photo, again holding onto the feeder, look in the right direction. All the important parts are nice and sharp, the eyes are sharp, you can see all the individual feathers there, colours are great still. Again, if you zoom in, you are going to start seeing those flaws of running that 2x converter, especially in the lighting that is in the UK at the moment. If you're on a nice bright sunny day, you probably won't notice them at all, but here you are going to start noticing those drop in quality, but again, a really nice usable photo. So as you can see, looking through the images taken with this setup and the adapters there, the only time you really start to see any noticeable loss in quality, and it's only a small amount, it's a surprisingly low amount of quality you do lose there, is when you use the ×2 converter on here. Now, obviously I am using the Mark II converters, I don't have any Mark III converters. This is an older setup, so the Mark IIs would have been what was available at the time with this kit anyway. But even still, you've got the 1.3 built in, you've got then the 1.4, you've got a 420mm lens with a 1.3 crop on there. You're still getting a massive amount of distance and still a massively fast setup. You still have f3.5, which is absolutely incredible for low light still, and have a 400mm there. And it does work really well. I do love the images that you can pull off from the 1D Mark IV. I've said this before in my retro review videos and everything like that. The image quality you can get from this camera even now is just incredible. It's one of the best cameras they made, and I wish they'd make a R1 with a crop sensor built into it, but a new 1.6 times crop sensor, because then you could go out with a full frame and a crop, and you have the best of both worlds. Or have something in the camera itself that made it I would say a physical change to a 1.6 rather than a digital, but they're all digital now, so it's a bit harder probably to do that. But yeah, if you instead of making a massively high megapixel R1 and a standard pixel R1 both full frame, make your massively high megapixel R1 and then make an R1, I call that the R1S, like you used to with the full frame 1Ds, and then have your R1 as your lower megapixel cropped high performance sports wildlife pro bodied camera. But we can all dream, maybe one day it will happen. We will never know at the moment until Canon say otherwise. But this combination is a very usable combination. You can pick these bodies up for less than £500. These lenses are getting dangerously close to 1,000. And then the adapters, I think I paid £100 for my 1.4. And it's in absolutely pristine condition, no marks or anything on it. So you've got an incredibly good setup there. If you do want more reach, I would recommend obviously going with a 500mm f4. Those are about £1,600 now, and you're still going to get a really good low light capability, but you're at 500mm plus the 1.3 sorry on there. You're going to get a load of reach, and you can still use the adapters if you wanted to as well. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know down below what your thoughts are and what you think of the imagery that we got today from this setup. Also, again, as I said at the start of the video, if you want me to do a video on anything but a 1DX Mark III, link down below in the comments. If it's an obtainable thing, I've already got it physically with me here on my premises, I'll do a video within 2 weeks. If it's something I've got to buy in, I'll leave a note, I will add it to the list, and I will get that item in to review and do videos on for you. And then maybe I'm seeing Canon in less than 20 days at the London camera show. Maybe I can convince them to send me a 1DX Mark III, and then we can get everyone happy, because I'll have a complete collection of 1Ds apart from the 1DC, and I'll be able to do an absolute ton of videos, because I'll have the last and probably the best DSLR from any brand ever made to test, to review and get videos out to you. So let's get in the comments, let me know what we want to see next, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks as always, and goodbye.